here, let's start the clock. Open the file. Work in progress. Open. Okay, so I will finish the staircase modeling. Also will show some tips on the ramp. After that, we can jump and see how to do homework number 2. Okay, so let's organize views, title views, zoom all. Let's try to create elevator in here. So for elevator, I will copy this wall and make small room here. Delete. Use modify, extend, and extend the walls here. So let's say this room will be for my elevator. Regarding elevators, I highly recommend to check out elevator tool. I think links are provided in class notebook, content library, recommendation, add-ins, Revit apps. Trying to check. Yes, so this tool, DigiPara Elevator Architect. So if I open the link, so you can download it from Autodesk Revit apps. If we check out the page, so on the page you can see lift designers and elevator architect. Elevator architect, see more. So here you can find some basic instructions, and it can create escalators and elevators automatically. Okay, so this add-in installs in your program, and you just select the room for your elevator, and it can create different level of detail elevators, 100, 200, 300, and so on. So on the right side, we can see it's LD100. On the left side, we can see more detailed elevator. And it puts all the needed components, and you have a nice elevator inside your project. In class computers, we don't have this option, so in this case, I will just create a small room. And for the doors, I will put doors from German library. So I go to load Autodesk families, and will download. So let's change language to German. And let's go to the doors. And in here, let's look for elevator doors. And elevator doors should look like this one, lift. Yeah, lift doors. And let's download it. In architecture tools, I go to the doors, and these are the lift doors, and I just put inside my project. So here I have nice doors for my elevator, and I can copy paste this wall from this floor, copy, and let's copy it to the next floor, just copy by hand. Okay, so I have elevator, copy. I need to copy this wall to the upper floor. Also in this location, I need to create the shaft opening. So also the doors looks a little bit too large. I think for maybe I can change it to different size. I have only one size, and maybe we can change how deep these doors looks inside my walls. Let's change 3D view to plan view in floor plan. So in here, let's see which dimension is organizing the 50. Okay, let's see, and let's try to change maybe this one, maybe this one. So this parameter changes the doors. So let's select all in entire project, and let's change it to 150. And inside here we will put the elevator. Now for shaft opening, I select existing shaft opening. I create copy, and I just use copy tool and just copy this shaft opening to this location. I'll tap on the shaft opening and just move lines. Of course, in elevator shaft, we don't need plastering, so maybe different wall type should be used. In this case, let's stay with existing one. And now my symbol lines should be also adapted to the new size of my elevator. Now I can click finish. Now I have a nice shaft for my elevator. Now on the rooftop. So on the rooftop, I have a new room, which is used for my access to the roof. So on this, in this location, I should make additional configuration. It means I need to create like separate room on the roof. So first I will choose my wall type and split parapet wall to different wall type. That wall to two parts, and I match the wall type. So maybe it's the same version 1.0.15, version 1.0.15. Okay, so the wall type is the same. I use align tool and align the top of this wall. Now I need to copy the same wall to the side. So I can just go to the top floor plan. So let's go to the plans and let's create or just select the top floor plan. I don't have it here, so I create additional floor plan on the top. I just select the wall and use mirror tool and just mirror the wall by 45 degrees, and it creates nice wall. Now I use trim tool and trim the walls to create a box here. Now I need to modify this wall. So this wall is chord center line. These two lines represents exterior side of the wall, so I need to change the direction. Check out the same should be done for this wall. Now that my walls are prepared, I need to do modification. I select the wall. I select core face interior. So it means the line will be, the axis line is changed. And now I can choose wall configuration for facade walls. So I select this wall and all the wall configuration will go out. So here we can see inside is not changed and everything goes out. So now I have a nice room on the roof. Now additional problem is what my roof construction is also providing some problems on the top. So in this case, I just select architecture tool and select vertical opening, select my roof and draw a rectangle. To draw a rectangle, I can select first all the walls on your side. Now I will move outside line, so I skip all the plastering parts and do the same here. Now if I click finish, now I have nice concrete floor on the top. Here I have my roof construction and my wall finish. So this part should be joined and I will have nice connection. So it should connect all the layers. So I can say switch joining. Let's double check, edit type, edit. All these should be finish layer. So the last one should be finish 2 and all these finish 1, finish 1, finish 1. Now let's see what will happen if I click OK. I see my insulation material is connected nicely here. My plastering and roof bitumen layer is also nicely connected. Of course, according to the rules, I should also move some bitumen on the wall side, so I prevent moisture going inside my construction. Now here, I should move my wall -200, so it goes down, and I should also use join tool and join all the constructions. I have a nice concrete. Here, same goes to this floor and wall connection, -200. I use join tool and just join the element. So doors also need to have some connection, so I can try to join. Okay, joining is not working, so maybe cut, and I select cut is not working for the doors. So in this case, elevator doors looks a little bit strange because I have some elevator elements here, and they should go inside maybe. So maybe I need to change direction of the door. So if I change direction, now it looks correct. So in beginning I made a mistake, and my doors now in all floors is a little bit of an additional mistake. So I need to change and adapt these doors. So I can change this part also, maybe to 30. Yes, now I have nice elevator doors. I see the buttons, and all these sliding parts is inside my shop. So now regarding finishing the floor, in this case I need to align it to this short part, attach, and join all the elements. Now what I will do, I will copy the roof construction and the floor. So I will use copy tool and just copy both elements. So my roof cannot be copied because the roof is created using face tool, and it's linked to the mass object. So I cannot modify a roof. So I will just modify my floor. For floor modification, let's change floor location. Okay, this side is okay, and on this side I will select this line, this line. In this case I think I need to move my external wall inside a little bit, but I just use trim tool and trim. I'll delete external components. Finish, don't attach. On the 3D view, let's hide cut this location. Let's move the wall to this location. Now my wall is on the floor. It has some bearing part here, and I can nicely organize all the elements. Now to create the roof component, I can select the floor, double tap the floor, select the geometry of floor, click copy, close all these things, and just go to architecture, create roof, roof by footprint, and align to picked level. Just passed from the clipboard. When I passed from the clipboard, I have this option to move the object to needed position. So instead of moving, I just type 0 and click enter, and object is placed in correct position. And now I can select the roof configuration, let's say this roof, and I click finish, attach. So my roof created, and I just need to move the roof up. So I click move tool and just move my roof a little bit up. My roof. The roof is here, so I just select different level. So top level, and I just move it so it goes on top of my floor. Now on this exit to the roof room, also I think I should create the parapet part, but in this case I just will use align tool and I will extend my walls up to the top. If I want to create a parapet, so I can use the same technique like I showed in other lectures. So in this case I will just align this wall and will use join tool and will join main component. So here my installation materials nicely joins, and let's do the same on other side. Join structure part, join the roof and wall, parts for walls, okay, and join this part. And for parapet we can use additional elements and do the parapet part. So now my elevator and stair shaft is created, and I have nice staircase. Make view large, turn on realistic mode. So from here I can see some mistakes, some floors are inside my walls. So all these mistakes should be eliminated, but the main parts, stair elements connecting to walls, bearing walls and so on are nicely created. And these doors which goes on the top of the roof should also be lifted by the thickness of the roof construction. So the thickness is 420, so 450 maybe lifting up, and I have nice doors, and in this location I should create additional steps of stairs so I can exit to the roof of the building. One side of my stairs is the steel glass construction, so I can nicely see through the steel all my staircase, and if I am climbing, so I can see the view. In most buildings, multi-story buildings, all the staircases are closed, so we can protect it from the fire and from other in most cases, the evacuation staircase is like closed room and specially designed to evacuate people from the building if we have some danger inside the building. So now let's jump to the section view, and our section view is this one, and in the section view let's change and activate stairs, ramps and railings, architecture tools, stairs, ramps, railings. So now in this view also I should activate the doors, windows, doors, windows. So now I need to put all the dimensions to show all the basic information. So my section should go through the middle of the stairs and show all the configuration of the stairs here. So it should go and show both stair parts. Additional section can be done through the elevator, and if we have the ramp construction, also we should make a cross section of the ramp. So now I just use dimension tool and show basic information about stairs. So I put dimensions on all elements of the stairs, so I can select the stairs and dimensions, and also select the grid lines and isolate these elements, so I can isolate elements, so I can nicely put dimensions and connect the stairs to my grid line. So I created and put the dimensions for my landing. So landing is 1.90 meters, and if I measure the landing to this position, I have 1.5 meter clear space. So it's according to the regulations, and the same dimension can be put here. So 1.6 meters here. So typical dimension for my steps and weight of the stairs. And if dimension is not fitting, I just move dimension on this line outside. And if dimension is blocking some view, so I can move dimension to the side. So in this case, I just put dimension on stairs which are similar. If my stair configuration is a little bit different, so I also should put additional dimension lines on other stairs. Next part is tagging, so I should use tag tool and tag all the elements, endings, runs, and so on. So I just use free tag and just click the tab tool and can select all the stair. It selects all the stair part, or I can use tag tool, annotate tag by category, and I can try to select different. Now it's not grabbing, so show original tag element. If I go to the stair tag, stair support tag, stair run tag, and stair landing tag, so I can activate all these tools and say for the program to tag all elements. So I will use maybe type mark, and for the stairs also type mark, and click apply. OK, and now the program automatically tagged all the elements in my staircase. So it is not tagging upper stairs because they are in this group. So like I mentioned, we have these limitations. So let's say this is my type mark of the stairs. So type mark, so I can change type mark here. So LA1 type mark, and type mark. Okay, so maybe this one, and I cannot change it. Okay, so it's stairs 1. Let's say stair 1, and landing 1. Yes, this one maybe run 1. This sound is annoying. Special sounds, Windows sound, open sound settings, setting room, sounds, erase, sound control point, no sound, okay. And program automatically put it, changed marks here. So all the marks on other stair, that should be the same. So let's select visit and this case, let's uncheck this one and edit type mark, stairs 1, check it in, and all the stairs should update. So maybe some problems with family. Let's check out family. So if I select this one, edit label, type mark, okay, type mark is not grabbing type mark, and the category stairs tag, okay. So in this case it's not working, so let's go back and yeah, so I tagged my landings and return back, and now additional dimensions can be added like elevations. So if I select my stairs, I can elements, annotate, and add elevations, spot elevations. So I can put bottom elevation, so shoulder is, and always the text should be on the line. So always if we move text to the side, so text goes on the line, and top elevation, top elevation also goes on the side. Additional things what we should tag. So in section view, we can see all the mistakes, all the problems of our building. So sections provide a lot of information, so we should tag also the railings, also put dimensions of the railings, so we can know what is the size of our railings. Also, we should tag all the wall types, also should tag all the floor constructions, walls, tag the doors. The section is one of the most important part in the drawings, and it shows all inside components of the building. Also, my scope box is not good because I don't see additional top floor, which provides information about my exit on the roof. So I can just activate back the scope box and do additional modification. So it means my scope box should go up to this location, and my drawings should automatically update. Now my section is updated because it's linked to the scope box. And I tag the roof, I tag the floor, I tag the walls, and I tag the stairs, and I tag all the landings and so on. So it means all the objects with tags are linked to the shadows, and in the shadows I can calculate all the information, quantities, how much elements I have, and so on. Detailed dimensions of the stairs and stair runs are created in separate drawings for the fabrication. So we have separate drawings for this purpose. So in the main section views, we show dimensions, which helps to put the object in correct position, and we connect everything to the grid line. And if we make section view, we can easily see all the problems. And me personally, I use one section as the main section for putting inside the drawings, and also I create two sections, let's say, which is work in progress, and I use these sections when I want to check out all the mistakes and all the problems in my. Okay, so in here we have additional section. Let's use this section for my ramp project. So now for the ramp, I go to minus 3 meters, minus 6 meters, and here I have my exit of my car parking. And for exit, I will go to architecture tools, select ramp, and just draw the ramp construction. So I select the line and just draw the ramp. So now my ramp is quite short. It is 5 meters. Maybe I don't need such large ramp. So my exit is 3 meters. Okay, let's leave 5 meters for my ramp. And my ramp should go to the level 3 meters to the zero, to the Z level, and here. Okay. And depending on the geometry, I can extend my ramp so it has the nice configuration. So the main components of the ramp is green line represents boundary, black line represents risers, and the blue line represents run direction, to which location the ramp is running. So if I click finish and I select section, so in my 3D view, I can see the ramp, which creates a section for my ground level, and my ramp, as we can see, is below this part. So now I need to do additional modification. So inclination of the ramp also should be done according to structure regulation. For my ramp to find needed dimensions, it would be nice if I create additional or use the main section which I used in our point. So now I see a real situation. So my building pad is also a little bit too deep, so I need to move it up because my ground level is, let's say, in below my building zero level. So for this task, maybe I need to move my ground down. So I should double check the elevation of my ground. So if I go to the building and uncheck section box, so in here my ground is quite low, and in this case I have a very deep side here. So maybe it's good practice to just change location of my doors. So maybe I made a mistake by selecting the door location of my car parking. If I just copy the doors and move the doors up -0.2 and I move it to this floor. So now for my ramp construction, I save to the program. So my ramp goes to the top level will be ZZ level, and then base level this one. And now I need to calculate what is the distance to my road. So in this case, I just use dimension tool and try to check approximate dimensions. Or I can just use measure tool from modify, measure, and measure the distance to this floor. So I see the height is 1.400 on 1.5 meters. So if I select edit type, in edit type I can type minimum inclination length, so ramp max slope, and here we can say 1.5 meters, apply, and I see my inclination changed, but in this case let's double check. Oh, okay, it goes by 4 meters, so I made a mistake. Edit type, so 4 meters. Incline length, and now I see my ramp is going to correct position. Okay, so additional settings should be changed for my building pad, so I can try to use align tool and align building pad to my ramp. It can't change plane of pad sketch, so in this case I need to go to 3D view and try to modify my building pad. So building pad inclination, slope. Instead of slope, I can use tail and insert the dimensions. So offset at head, let's say 4 meters are in the same level. So I need to do additional modification to get the same inclination, or I can just type slope and put a slope and change this one to degrees, 14.60 degrees, and for my ramp view, so I can edit building pad and change it to the slope and 40.16 degrees. And of course dimensions should be updated, so I can put my dimension to 5 meter limitation. Finish, go back to the section and move. Don't use disjoint, use constraint and just move down, and now my building pad is lying below my construction of the ramp. Now in 3D view, instead of railings in the ramp area, I should maybe create walls, so I can delete the railings, and instead of railings I need to make walls in here. For the walls I just go to the floor plan -3 meters. If I don't have such plans, so I create additional floor plans, 3 meters, levels, 3 meters. So in here I just use select wall, click create similar, And I just use line tool and just draw the wall. And let's go to the 3D view. So I have the wall, and I just change wall so it goes up, and create small parapet, and use extend tool and extend the wall to the parking wall. And this line, extend this line to the end of my ramp. So now I showed how to create straight ramp. Also, I should update the ramp construction. So for my building pad, maybe building pad, so it shows, so my wall goes, move the wall to the side of the ramp, move this wall also here, and the building pad also should be updated, because now I see my ground is inside my walls. So I hide my ramp and update the building pad. So the building pad should be grabbing also the walls. And now I have a nice ramp configuration, and on top of my parapet wall I can also put additional railings. So let's pick object and pick the railings. Click finish railings, pick host object, select line, and click finish. So for the ramp, in the drawing or in the section view of the ramp, so I should show all the main components. What is the slope, what is the thickness of the ramp, and also should connect all the dimensions to the line. Change the scope box to none, and in this case I can extend my section so it grabs also the ramp. And for the ramp I use split segment, and I create additional step for my section, and now it should grab all the components. So if I go to this section, go to view, so in this view I have my stair construction, and also I have my, so let's use clip the line and I have my ramp construction, and also have the stairs, and I can put dimensions for all the elements. If I activate all objects, I click OK. I don't need the mass object. And now I have a ground level, I have the ramp going from my car parking, I have the stairs, and for my ground level I see it's not grabbing all the deep of my constructions, so I should select my topography and go to mass and site, select this small arrow and change it to -9 meter. Now my ground is extended and I can see all the ground below. Of course, it's hiding some foundations, so if I want to see foundations, I should cut through foundation objects. So now using one section view, I can show both objects, the ramp and the stairs. If your stairs or ramp is, let's say, different configuration, I recommend to make several sections of your building. So regarding the scope, so lab work number 6 and number 5. Number 5, week number 12. So I explained how to create stairs, concrete stairs. So wooden and metal stairs are created using assembly tools. Concrete stairs can also be from two types, monolithic or assembled stairs. So the railing settings regarding finish layers. So if I want to show finish layers on my stairs, so I can just grab the stairs and click edit type. In edit type, I select the run and click on the run, and in here I click thread, and in here I put 10 millimeters for thread and apply, click OK. And let's see what will happen. So I see additional layer of thread is put on my stairs. I can click edit and put additional layer here. So 20 millimeters, 20, and the profile is default. Okay. And the thread material, I should select, let's say, wooden construct for my stair finish. And let's click OK. And now I have this nice finish on my stairs. Let's save the progress. And let's select the stairs section. And let's see realistic mode. And I would like to use the same material which I'm using for my floors. So I select timber, copy the name of the timber finish, select my stairs, click edit, type, select the run, and put the same name here. Also, I should use threads. So losing thread thickness, and also I should add additional, I think, slanted riser, maybe on this part, and this to thread connection. Let's see what will happen. Okay. Yes, so I see additional material is added here. I would change it also to wood construction. Rise to thread connections, profile, thickness, and riser material. So I put the same material, the wooden part. And now I have nice finish on my stairs. If I want, I can change this finish from the wooden part to tile. Let's say wood is not acceptable. So I just go here and instead of wood, I select tile. And let's see the tiles, let's say this one. And here I have tiles on my floors, on my stairs. And automatically the same material is assigned for my landing. And I have nice tiling on my floors and on my stairs. So here I can use join these elements. We use cut tool. Yeah, so this is not, I think it's Revit bug because it's joined and I have this issue here. So to solve it, we just need to maybe use switch join order. No, it's not changing anything. So I think it's better to use the same material as in floors, and we will avoid this strange looking situation here. Okay, stairs and ramps discussed, and inside car parking we can, like I mentioned, use other ramp types. So we can create round ramp which can be used to exit one floor of the car parking and go to another floor of car parking.